Hi, it's Eve from Fasting, Feasting, Foodie. In this podcast, I'm going to talk about why drinking is so important on intermittent fasting and how it might help you and aid you in your intermittent fasting. Drinking might improve your well-being quite a lot, and here is why. First of all, when you stop eating meals regularly, you dehydrate yourself a bit because there is water in even in solid food. There's water in bread, there is water in cheese, there's water in sausages, so not only in fruit and vegetables. So if you don't eat it, you just don't consume the water in it. So it's easier to get dehydrated on intermittent fasting. That's why you should drink more. Let drinks be your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks in between. And the other reason to drink more is just to lessen the hunger that you might feel. When you drink, you've got this feeling that there is something in your stomach. It's not so empty anymore. So that gives you the feeling of fullness, and it's easier just to deal with hunger when you drink. After drinking, it's not so severe. The hunger is not so severe after drinking. And the third reason for drinking more than usual is that it might help you to silence stomach growlings. Stomach growlings are natural. They appear even if you have eaten shortly before. They may appear shortly after eating, but in the fasting state, you've got the feeling that they are louder, longer, occurring more frequently because there is no matter in your stomach, in your intestine, just to muffle the sounds. So they seem to be louder, and drinking water is a good way to silence them, and especially still water, still plain water. So there are three reasons to drink more, and you will be drinking more on intermittent fasting. And so that's why it's very important to choose proper drinks. And I will tell you what are the proper liquids to drink on intermittent fasting in the fasting stage. The best drink is just plain tap water. I drink plain tap water most of the time. If you sometimes in some countries it is safe to drink tap water without boiling. If you have to boil it, you might boil it, and then it's safe for drinking. And but I don't boil the water. I just drink it as it goes from the tap, and I drink it at home. I just pour it into such a big jug, and then I just pour it into glasses, and I drink from glasses. When I'm on the go, I've got a bottle that it's easy to hold, and it's easy to open, to drink with, and to carry around. You might refill it. So tap water is the best choice because it's easily available, and it's easily available and the cheapest option. And the other good option is just to drink mineral water, both still and sparkling. And some people say that sparkling water might just make your stomach growlings louder, but I haven't noticed anything like this in my case. So I can drink still and sparkling water, and the growlings are not louder after drinking sparkling water. So it's a good choice too if you don't have access to tap water, or just you feel like drinking sparkling water. And here is another good choice. It's coffee. coffee has a surprisingly non-calorific. I didn't know before that coffee has only half a calorie per 100 grams. It's such a small number that there is even no information on coffee bags about calories, because I think that the producers, the food producers or coffee producers, they don't have to inform us if there is just half a calorie per 100 grams. So coffee is a good choice as far as calorific content is concerned, but there are some opinions that you shouldn't drink coffee on your empty stomach, because it might harm you in some way. And of course there are articles about it, how it can harm you and why, and articles about how it cannot harm you and why. So decide which version you believe. That is it okay to drink coffee for your stomach? Is it okay to give your stomach coffee when it's empty or not? Decide. But calorifically, it's just insignificant. Half a calories per 100 grams, really insignificant. And here is another thing that you might drink. It's tea. There's tea in this package, and tea is also very low in calories. There's only 1 calorie per serving, and here, and you can drink plain black, green, red, yellow, white tea, also rooibos, which is not tea, but it tastes nice. And it has only 1 calorie. If there are some teas and herbal infusions that have more calories, some, for example, flavored teas with some additions of dried fruit or herbs, and those teas have higher calorific content, but they still have very few calories, like 4 or 5 calories per serving. Just look for the information on the packages and you'll know whether it's good for you or not. And here I'm talking about plain tea, and I was talking about plain coffee without any additives, so without adding any milk, coffee, cream, syrups and ice cream. And of course, I was talking about plain water without any additives like lemon juice or some mint pulps, anything like this. And I would like to tell you a bit maybe about grain coffee. Grain coffee is not like coffee bean, is not made of coffee beans, but roasted grains. And this coffee has more calories. It's got about 14 calories per serving, or 14 calories per 100 grams. I'm not sure, but grain coffee has more calories than regular coffee, natural coffee. So these are the drinks that I recommend drinking without any limits. Although I have to say that I'm not a coffee person, and I'm not a tea person very much. I drink them sparsely, rarely. Oh, and sometimes I drink some herbal infusions and fruit infusions, and they have 4 calories per serving. So that's all that is recommended by me for drinking when you want to be in the truly fasting state. And here are drinks that are a little bit more controversial. And the first one is beetroot juice. Beetroot juice with lemon. I've got here beetroot juice with lemon, and it's got 37 calories per 100 milliliters, and so 100 milliliters is less than half a glass. So there is quite a lot of calories in here. So if you want to fast 100%, I don't recommend drinking juices, both vegetable or fruit. But if you're aiming for under-eating stage and some sort of warrior diet style, you might treat juice as a snack and eat it before your main meal, just to lessen your hunger with this. It should be treated as a snack and drunk in very small amounts, not like gallons. Juices are okay as snacks in undereating mode or in undereating style. The same as with milk. Milk has got 49 calories per 100 milliliters, and it's 2% fat milk, and so it might be treated as a snack in the undereating stage if you need this stage, or if you choose this style of eating. And of course it should be drunk in small amounts then. And the same is with almond drink. Almond drink, it's vegan friendly almond drink, 24 calories per 100 milliliters, and it's also so it should be treated as a snack. It's not like it's got some calories there. So here are the drinks that are more or less acceptable, depending what you want to achieve. But here are some drinks that are not acceptable in my opinion. And here is the first one is apple cider vinegar. I've heard such advice that you could drink apple cider vinegar on your empty stomach with water. And one teaspoon of apple cider vinegar has 1 calorie. So calorifically it's not dense, but I wonder, but you have to be aware that drinking such a drink is just like taking a medicine, and I consider it as if it was taking a medicine. So just curing yourself from some illness, and I don't want to feel that way, that I'm curing an illness. If you really feel that you need it, you might drink it, but be aware that you should treat it as a medicine, because you have to follow certain rules to do it safely. So be aware of the rules if you want to drink apple cider vinegar. For me, it's not an appealing option, and I have never drank it on my empty stomach, although I use apple cider vinegar in the kitchen for preparing some dishes. So apple cider vinegar as such, as a condiment, is okay, but not as a drink. And here is something that is absolutely not acceptable, and it's this. I'm showing you vodka, but I will be talking about alcohol in general. Why it's not acceptable? Because it's poison, first of all. Yes, it's poison, and it poisons our organism, and it poisons us more when we consume it on an empty stomach. So just for the health reasons, we shouldn't do it. And there might be very bad consequences of drinking on your empty stomach, especially strong alcohols like vodka, wine, liquors. But I have to admit that on several occasions I have drunk some alcohol on my empty stomach, but it was beer, and I drank only 1 glass of beer before eating something, and I didn't have any bad consequences, any noticeable bad consequences. because I cannot say that if my liver was okay, is okay or not. Yeah. So actually you might drink this drink if you don't give a bit about anything anymore, but you do. But I think that you do give a thing because you are interested in intermittent fasting and improving your lifestyle and maybe possibly your health. So I don't recommend it to improve your health, and it won't help you in your well-being whatsoever in the fasting state and even in the feasting state. So just it's like, go away. So that's what I would like to. So that's all that I wanted to talk about. So the choice is yours. You know what to drink, what not to drink. The choice is yours. But I wanted to add something more. That be aware that some drinks might be so calorifically dense that they are actually dinners in liquid forms. Some coffee drinks from fashionable cafeterias might have even 900 calories. 900 calories are 2 dinners. Fat dinner, big dinners. So be aware that there are such drinks and avoid them if you want to feast or undereat. So for feasting and undereating stage they are not suitable, but for the feasting stage they are suitable if you want to drink your 2 dinners. That's all that I wanted to tell you. Bye.